So it's very important when you're doing your cardiovascular work that you're basically not jacking up your fascia. And so one way that you can make sure that your fascia is not reacting and coming into guard is to make sure that everything is super symmetrical and is super easy biomechanics. I love the elliptical because it has a lot of things to help you with proprioception, and it's still a good cardiovascular workout, but it doesn't challenge your mechanics too much. Like when we walk or run, we leave the ground and our nervous system can do whatever it wants. So I like getting grounded on either an elliptical or a bike. So let's talk about the symmetry. Lainey, can you just come in a little bit so they can see? Now, I wouldn't normally exercise in Uggs. I just have them on for the purposes of this video, but this is my actual elliptical at home. And one of the things that I like about it is that it has rails for you to place your feet. So one thing you want to totally start with is just making sure that your feet are straight. One of the things that I see in my therapy work is that, you know, we have a drifter foot or we have a knee that wants to come in. So the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and place your feet completely straight, okay? Then as you're moving, you want to go ahead and look down and make sure that your knees are tracking directly over your feet and not out or in to get that symmetrical. Then the next thing we want to do is move up to the pelvis. One of the things I always tell people is if you have a dysfunctional posture, it's going to come out in everything. So this is a great time to really train for a neutral pelvis, okay? So one way to find that is just to kind of tip the pelvis to the front, tip the pelvis to the back, and then find that sweet spot right in the middle. And you should feel your abs kick on right there. Now, I don't want you doing any arms or anything like that. It's not necessary for getting the heart rate elevated. And remember, this blog is all about leaning out, okay? We're not trying to condition our arms right now. We're trying to burn fat. So let's not do anything to complicate it. You're just going to keep your arms nice and still. And then the last thing I want you to do is make sure that you have your chest elevated, not your shoulders back, but just have that chest elevated and the core on. And then I want you to notice that I look like the witch in the Wizard of Oz on the bike outside of the window. We should not be looking like this right here, okay? When you're effectively working the nervous system to route everything through the core, it should be like you have a book on your head, okay? And then every single breath, this is what I want you to do while you're training. You're going to take a deep breath in, you're going to exhale, and you're going to tighten those deep abdominal muscles, and you're going to drop your shoulders. Deep breath in, squeeze your core, relax the shoulders. And what you'll find is that you're really conditioning the legs and really getting that heart rate up quick without having to move too fast because you're using effective and functional biomechanics, and you're burning fat, and you're keeping your fascia from reacting by being more aware of your biomechanics when you're doing your cardiovascular work.